That means that
is versus Bithia
You
Nara
got to pay
Velasquez
$1,000,
and
bitch.
Arturo Rodriguez. Who's here on behalf of Dexter?
I'm here, Your Honor. Yasmin, the Dexter.
Yes, okay. And is Bithia Velasquez or Arturo Rodriguez here?
They did not check in during check-in time, but Ms. Velasquez did say that they were planning on being here.
Well,
Or they're trying to log on.
They're trying to log on?
Yes, but that was almost an hour ago. If
Okay.
Mr. Rodriguez, so if that's you on the phone, you'll push.
In today's session, we introduce you a pair of memorable courtroom moments that truly highlight how unpredictable these hearings can be. First, we see a frustrated judge trying to maintain order while a plaintiff and defendant argue in an eviction hearing. The situation spirals out of control as technology issues, confusion, and raised voices mix into pure chaos. What's striking here is how a seemingly simple eviction case becomes a public argument broadcast over Zoom for everyone to see. It serves as a cautionary tale about respecting the court, following procedures, and staying calm under pressure. The judge's attempt to guide the participants back on track fall on deaf ears as emotions over unpaid rent bubble over. Even the efforts to explain how to unmute for the hearing seem to inflame tensions further. Watching this unfold is both fascinating and frustrating as the law collides with everyday struggles. For those who've never witnessed real-world eviction proceedings, this is an unfiltered glimpse into the challenges faced by both sides. Technology was meant to simplify court, but here it just adds confusion. The judge's patience is truly tested as they try to maintain decorum. It's a lesson on why preparation, listening skills, and civility are so critical in these situations.
Is that you, Miss Yasmin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you were previously sworn. The rent is 1013, is that right?
Correct.
And you just want July prorated at 980, is that correct?
Yes and no. Their lease contract expired on the 24th of this month of July.
Okay.
They're still current. Hold on. I'm sorry, somebody's here screaming. Oh, I think Bithia's here. Hold on. She's Bithia. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We're on court right now. Give me 1 second.
no, you are she already dismissed my case.
She did not dismiss your case. The reason.
Okay, sí, que yo estuve esperando una pinche hora.
Okay.
Una pinche hora.
Give me a second.
Don't be fucking like that.
I was not. You were not on the phone.
I was on the fucking phone. Do you need fucking?
Okay. You have to give.
Aquí.
Okay. Do you want to go and log in? Because you're literally online.
I can't fucking log in.
Okay.
I couldn't log in.
Bithia, you have to call. You have
Yo
to.
llamé a una mira, aquí te voy a enseñar. Las llamadas.
Tell her to go try the phone number again, Miss.
Una pinche hora.
Do you hear the judge? Bithia, do you hear the judge? She's sending for you.
The plaintiff in this hearing appears genuinely exasperated, trying to help the defendant log in so they can move forward while the defendant reacts with frustration and refusal. It's a surreal image to people who are literally in conflict over rent payments, forced to work together to make the hearing happen. The courtroom, even virtual, is supposed to be a place of order and fairness, but this is more like a dysfunctional family argument. The judge tries repeatedly to offer solutions, instructing on how to unmute and join correctly, but every attempt to clarify is met with angry resistance. The audio confusion only worsens the atmosphere with accusations of not receiving passwords and refusing to cooperate. It's a reminder that courts aren't immune to the human flaws that fuel conflicts in the first place. These proceedings reveal just how important communication is in law. Misunderstandings can drag out simple cases and make them more contentious. The entire event demonstrates the need for both sides to come prepared and respectful. It also highlights the judge's role as a mediator trying to keep order while balancing fairness. Even with experience and authority, judges struggle to manage these heated moments. This is real life on display, and it's often messier than anyone expects.
Minutes. Right here.
Miss
You,
Velasquez,
54 minutes. I was waiting.
I understand. We tried to
I
message you.
can't log in. They didn't give me the passcode. They gave me the fucking.
There's no
Look.
passcode. You just need the.
Look.
Can you try again and we'll let you in right away?
Don't dismiss. The what?
You're on live, by the way.
I know I'm not lying.
Miss
And I've been
Velasquez,
54 minutes
She
on this
told,
fucking case. 54 minutes.
I
Almost an
know.
hour.
Can you
Really?
try? Can you call again and we'll let you right in? Okay?
They didn't give me the password. They gave me the passcode.
there's no
They didn't
password.
know.
Look.
¿Cómo que no?
Look, just dial right here. Look, dial this number.
Tell her to dial the number and we'll let her in.
There's no reason.
There's no
Mamacita, mira,
reason.
mira, mi amor.
I
Mira,
understand.
55 minutes.
As the eviction hearing drags on, the judge is forced to pause multiple times while the defendant rants about connection issues. Feeling unheard and mistreated, the plaintiff, hoping for a quick resolution, keeps explaining the unpaid rent, the expired lease, and the accumulating late fees. Meanwhile, the defendant insists they were on hold, waiting almost an hour, and blames the court for technical failures. The irony is thick. Two sides fighting over unpaid rent can't even agree on how to run a simple online meeting. The judge calmly reiterates the instructions and the legal obligations, trying to get everyone on the same page, but it's clear there's little trust between the parties. While eviction is always an emotional topic, the added digital barrier fuels resentment and misunderstanding. It's as if the court is trying to hold two separate conversations at once, neither of which is productive. The entire situation feels like a case study in how miscommunication can turn legal processes into personal feuds. It's also a stark warning about the dangers of self-representation when emotions override strategy. Had both sides approached this with cooler heads, the judge could have issued a fair ruling far more quickly. Instead, everyone leaves more frustrated than they started.
Files 241722, 241589, 241136, and then we have a felony file. This is 241796 FY appearances.
Morning, Your Honor. Jeffrey Fianto on behalf of Mr. Moore. As to the state cases, we've waived formal reading, asked for warrants to be recalled. As to the city case, that's set for pre-trial on the 5th, and request would waive formal reading and stand mute.
Okay, so as to 241796 FY, the felony case, this is a charge of home invasion, third, and domestic violence. Mr. Moore, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, and you have a right to have that attorney present during any future questioning and any future court hearings. In the event you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. You have 2 court dates within the next 21 days. Your first court date is your probable cause conference, which you can appear at via Zoom, and that is set for August 26th of 2024. Following that, on September 9th of 2024, you will have your preliminary examination. At that examination, the prosecutor will have to show that a crime was committed and probable cause.
This mess is what the court must untangle to ensure justice. Next voice. Next voice. Next voice. Eventually, the judge manages to set the record straight about the lease terms and the amounts due, but not before listening to a series of loud overlapping arguments. The plaintiff tries to explain how the lease expired, the precise unpaid amount, and the timeline of communications with the defendant. Despite these clear records, the defendant keeps interrupting with angry denials and claims of not understanding the process. The entire scene is an example of how emotional outbursts can derail even the simplest proceedings. The judge repeatedly asks for calm and cooperation, attempting to restore order, but the defendant's unwillingness to follow instructions only deepens the chaos. It's easy to sympathize with both the plaintiff, who wants the rent settled, and the judge, who is simply trying to do their job. Yet, the defendant's strategy seems less about defending herself legally and more about deflecting responsibility. What this shows us is that real courtroom drama often lacks the polished arguments seen on TV. Instead, it's messy, personal, and full of raw frustration. The hearing ends with the judge doing their best to schedule the case despite the confusion. It's a small victory for order in an otherwise chaotic day. This kind of real-life tension explains why judges need so much patience and authority. Next voice shifting from this eviction case. The video turns to a different courtroom in Michigan where Judge Shackelford faces a far more serious defendant. Here the stakes are criminal with charges including home invasion and domestic violence. Unlike the eviction drama, there's no question of rent or technology. Only the
Sunday night. In that incident, Judge, there has been a warrant requested. I am in the process of reviewing that this morning. The allegations there are that the defendant broke into the complainant's home again overnight, forced his way into the home. He then adjusted cameras throughout the home that the complainant had so that he could not be observed. He's seen wearing all black, a hoodie, as well as a mask covering a portion of his face. He then enters the complainant's bedroom. He pulls a gun from his pocket and then shows that to the complainant, claiming that her fingerprints were on that gun and putting her in fear of an altercation ensuing. Further from that, he's then seen leaving the location by the complainant and heading out in an unknown direction. My understanding is that he's been staying across the street at the home across the street from her residence, and I believe
the blunt reality of safety and accountability. The defendant, represented by counsel, is given the standard of dismiss, the right to remain silent, to have an attorney, and to attend key hearings. The judge carefully explains each right in the schedule for upcoming hearings, showing the formality and structure that define criminal court. But this defendant's record complicates things. He faces multiple cases, both misdemeanor and felony, all of which need careful coordination. The calm, firm tone of the judge underscores the gravity of these allegations. Unlike the earlier eviction, there's no room for confusion here. This is a law dealing with threats, violence, and possible imprisonment. The defendant's previous failure to appear in court already suggests a disregard for process. Now, with these charges laid out, it becomes clear this is not simply a matter of bad behavior, but a real danger to the public. It's a reminder that courts handle everything from petty disputes to violent crimes. Next voice. The defendant's attorney and the judge work through the logistics of his multiple charges, ensuring each case is properly scheduled. The court sets dates for a probable cause conference and preliminary exam, laying out a timeline for the felony case. At the same time, they address his misdemeanor charges, trying to consolidate the hearings to save time and avoid confusion. It's a striking contrast to the messy eviction hearing earlier. Hey, the professionals know the process.